Preface. How do you land your dream job? That's a question that is on many people's minds, whether you are already in a position that you aren't passionate about or you're just starting out on your career path. Well, unless you are one of the lucky applicants who work in a high-demand career, finding a new job can be a daunting and frustrating experience. Landing a job that you are satisfied and fulfilled with is probably one of the important elements of living a happy life. A good job can change your life, and as it so happens, finding a great job is one of the most difficult goals to achieve. In the job hunting process, you need resilience as well as experience. You have to have the right skill set, character, and personality. Those who have been through this challenging process know how tough it can be and how it can break a person down. Getting rejected, or worse, not getting a response at all, can make you feel unqualified and purposeless. Here's the thing. You're not alone. Tons of intelligent and capable candidates have tried to crack the broken recruitment system. Quite a few platforms are trying to solve this problem, from LinkedIn to Monster to Glassdoor. Unfortunately, none of them have done it yet. Since it does not look like the system will be fixed anytime soon, Radviser, your intelligent advisor, has put together this ultimate guide to make the best of landing your dream job. It might take a few months and a little more than what you envisioned in order to get hired for a job, but it will be worth it all in the end. Nevertheless, it's important to know what you're getting into from the word go. The application process and the interviewing stage can be tedious, grueling, and overall downright archaic. Why? Well, how can your entire being and life experience be condensed into a 1 to 2 page resume? How do you emphasize your experience for the job with a 3 to 4 paragraph cover letter? To top it all off, you then have to wait for people who are already busy with their real jobs to receive your application, read your application, decode your application, decide if it will be worthwhile to have a phone call with you. Who is this guide for? While Radviser has an alternative guide for students to get into their dream universities, this particular guide is for job seekers. If you're hoping to kickstart your career, this is going to help you get there faster. As mentioned, this guide is for anyone who is on the prowl for a job right now. This guide can provide you with everything you need, whether you are a graduate who is looking for their first real job, a junior executive who isn't sure if their career path that they're on is right for them, a management-level professional that's hoping to find more meaning in their career. What will you learn? We'll be walking you through 16 steps to land your dream job. Essentially, you'll be learning how to move from where you are right now to a place where you are fulfilled in your dream career. We'll be kicking things off with a head start for graduates entering the job market for the first time. There are a few things to consider when you're hoping to make your way into your dream career but are low on work experience. This chapter is going to help you navigate this tricky space. Next, we'll be looking at a sensitive topic, social media. For many of us, social media is a space where we can let loose, share memes, and interact with our friends. What many of you may have failed to acknowledge is the fact that your social media pages can help or hurt your career prospects. We'll explain how. From there, we'll get into step 2, which touches on the premise of getting clear on what you want. More often than not, you might be uncertain of the direction that you want to go in. When it comes to job hunting, if you're unclear on your goals, this is going to have calamitous effects on the actual hunting and application process. Step 3 will see us walking through how to research your target company. In order to come off as the best candidate for the job, you need to align yourself with the company's vision and values. They need to get a sense that you would work well within their corporate culture before they even call you for an interview. As we move on, we'll go over how you can use this research to tailor your resume to each role that you're applying for. If you've been copying the same old resume and cover letter and just spamming it out to recruiters, the chances are that most of them have gone unanswered. You need to display your interest in each role by actually taking the time to complete this crucial step. Adding to this, we'll look at how you should craft your cover letter. It's not enough to talk solely about yourself. You need to elaborate on how you're suited to the role and do so in a manner that sets you apart. As we get into step 6, you'll need to start paying attention to your brand. As a professional, you are a brand unto yourself. Thinking about how you represent yourself online and what you would think of yourself if you were a potential employer is important. Equally important is getting yourself organized if you're going to be applying to multiple companies for multiple roles. You need to have a system in place to easily access information that you've shared with them, as well as pertinent contact details and more. Step 8 will take you through the foundation of building, cultivating, and utilizing connections. Relationships are undeniably one of the most important facets of career advancement, but you need to have tact in order to capitalize on them. You need to diversify your connections in order to gain ground in your industry. This brings us to our next point. Don't limit yourself to online applications. Approaching companies directly, mailing your applications in, or simply picking up a phone to speak with someone will show initiative, and initiative is what almost every employer looks for. Being able to command attention without demanding it will be a skill that takes you far. However, there are other skills that you will need to develop, and these will be related to your preferred job. Having a degree is great, but having skills to go along with it is even better. That being said, don't just go rushing into upskilling. The job hunting process can become tiresome. You need to understand that there is no hurry. Yes, if you're hard-pressed for time due to financial circumstances, you will need to find something to sustain yourself in the interim. However, in the pursuit of landing your dream job, you have to accept that you're going to be playing the long game. Take to rest, but don't quit. Just remember, no hurry, no pause. When you're hot on the heels of a few great positions, you need to start preparing your story. Having real stories and examples that you can share with potential interviewers is imperative. From there, you'll need to prepare for the interview itself, and Step 13 has all the tips and tricks to guide you. After an interview, it's always great to offer a vote of thanks and to follow up. Ensuring that you know the right window in which to do this can be the difference between landing the job or losing it. Finally, be patient with yourself and with the process. If you're reading this guide right now, you're either in a job that you don't like or don't have one at all. In both cases, you need to be aware that progress is not linear. The future may seem out of reach at first, but it is not. The path to creating your career success and personal growth is more than possible, and the power lies in your hands. You need to be cautious and consistent. The tips in this guide will help you find a job that lights you up, makes an impact, and pays you what you are worth. Now, let's get into the finer details. While you're listening to the audiobook, please take advantage of the downloadable PDF provided, full of important information about your journey. For even more information, please visit our website, www.radviser.com.